Alright, so it doesn't seem like I'm dropping frames now, but I imagine that the quality is not very good. I massively changed the video bit rate. I didn't change the audio. Shoot, and now I'm dropping frames again. It's just delayed now. It's gonna start to get choppy, I think. I don't know why it's skipping so much. Well, that's what I mean, is that in a little bit it's gonna get bad because the dropped frames are increasing. I'll try to show off my house. This is my house. It's super pretty. I like it. I redecorated it so that I could get a better score on the home designer thing. So that was fun. So now I've got my board game with all my cool stuff in here in my living room. So that's very fun. And then back here in my workout room, I still have all of my workout stuff. So that's cool. So here's all my workout stuff. I added a fan. I also added a muscle suit because muscles. I'm actually going to take this statue and move it. Man. I don't know what the problem is. Yes, Tiny, it's the board game that you gave to me. So this is my my music room. It is still musical, but I've added a couple of things. So I added the clock and a couple other little things. So that's very exciting. Yes, I've got my gym flooring as well, so it's pretty cool. So over here, this is like just my room. I made it as like a bedroom, essentially, type of thing. But I got my library wall, so I finally was able to finish the library wall. And I've got my awesome race car bed. And whenever you lie down in it, the lights turn on. So I'm pretty cool, if I say so myself. And I hope that at least some of this is getting through. I don't know why the internet's being so stupid. So downstairs I've got my science area still. It's also filled with turnips right now because I bought a bunch of turnips. I'm playing the stock market. One thing I'm super excited about is that I found this at Nook's Cranny. It's like a legit server rack. So I'm super stoked because I got my server. My floor choice is puzzling. Whatever, I have mysterious concrete flooring for my science. That is perfectly normal. It's totally fine having cracked and busted up concrete flooring. So last but not least, this is my kitchen. You may remember that this actually used to be my my fish storage room, but since it has been converted into an actual kitchen now instead. So I'm super excited. I got a bunch of neat stuff to put in it as well, or a bunch more neat stuff. And obviously we have to have more turnips. So some of this stuff is for outside as well. Stupid turnip. Getting all up in the way. I am indeed cooking turnips. I'm making turnips because we live in Russia. We are in Mother Russia. I also have a bunch of items that aren't out right now. We're making snow cones. It's super adorable. So yeah, that's my rearrangement for my house that I did. I managed to get a really good score from the home designers. So just real quick, going around my island. So this is my island of Faerun. I have moved my house up to the top level because I want to be by myself like an old hermit man. Through a bunch of terraforming, I have rearranged a lot of my stuff over here. So one big thing that I showed last time as well is my garden area. So within the gardens, I've got primarily normal plants, so non-hybrid plants. You can see I do have a few hybrids though, so like the pink ones are hybrids, those blues are hybrids. And essentially this area up top is primarily for the various hybrids that I'm making. So this is my money spot here. So whenever you guys find the money spot, there's one every day. You can bury money in it and it'll grow into a tree. Unfortunately, you need a shovel in order to do that, and now I don't have a shovel. Oh, I do have a shovel. Score. I had a feeling that I had an extra shovel. I normally carry around 2. Alright, so what we can do now is we can go ahead and bury the money. So we will bury that. And now we will take my tree and we will move it. I'll show you guys where I move them to in just a little bit. But this way, I don't have to have the trees just growing arbitrarily all over my island. I instead put them in a central location. So if anybody is trying to make hybrid plants, this is what I have found to be the most efficient and effective way to do it. One thing that'll happen is with the plants is if they are able to hybridize with another plant of the same type, then whatever, leave my inventory alone. It's beautiful. If they're able to hybridize with another plant, they'll do so to an adjacent one. And so by having things in pairs of 2 of different kinds, then you essentially force them to hybridize with one another. And having them in this little cross shape better ensures that you'll get hybrids. So I've rearranged all my stuff to create the initial hybrids like that. So this is my other area where I've got my initial hybridization. I've got a couple of plots over here as well as right here that I have made. And then I normally have all the tools in the top row, but right now I just don't. Over here, this is where my re-hybriding goes. So this is where the hybrids go to hybrid again. In genetics, it's what we refer to as the F1 and then F2, etc. generations. So F1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Part of the issue that you run into is that some of the colors you get are the same color as the parental generation. So you have to make sure to put them to a different location because they have different genetics for them, whether it's in this game or in real life when you are actually crossing plants with one another. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. The other major thing that I did is I altered all this, so I now have like a full-on orchard for all of the different types of trees. So I've got them set up to where I'll be able to have 16 of every type of fruit tree in the game. I'm pretty close with most of them, so oranges are my home fruit, so I've got more of all those. I've got this little park area that I made as well. It's very exciting. There's Ringtoth game. And then these stairs lead back up to where my house is, so my house is back over there. So it makes it convenient for me to get down to like the little town square area thing. And yeah, that's the tour over there. So this is all my neat stuff, so I'm able to sell stuff a lot more efficiently and whatnot. There's also a pool over here. Oh my god, this is Doc. Doc is the best. He's a new resident that I've got, and he is amazing. He is like the bestest of the best. So Doc is my spirit animal, like legit. He is amazing. If he goes into his house before my stream is over, I will show you guys how much of my spirit animal he is. This is Kix. He sells shoes and purses and backpacks. He's a neat little badger dude. He starts showing up after you get the Able Sister shop. So other than that, this area over here is my housing area. This is where all my villagers are. I've got a total of 10. That's the maximum you can have. This one, I used to have Jacques, who is a bird, but I'm getting Leopold instead. He is a professor lion, so he's a giant nerd lion. Hey, Doc, where are you going? Where are you off to? Such a hurry. So up here, this is some terraforming that I've done. I have altered the landscape over here to make an area for the museum so that it can be on its own little pedestal area, which is very exciting. So not right now, Tiny. Maybe in a little bit. I want to finish wandering around a little bit here first. So over here, this is where I have my money trees. So I have all the different stages of the money trees stored here. So basically when one of the trees is done, then I can come over here and I chop it down. This one only has 1,000 bells because I accidentally buried the 1,000 bag that I got. But then after that, I can now bury my new one. So I just go ahead and plant that. And now they'll all be growing happy, well, and good. So basically, this will be the next one to mature. This one will mature tomorrow. So I'll have that ready to go. Let me see what else. So I need to go and find the rest of my fossils. So every day in this game, you get 4 fossils randomly around your island. And you can go to Blathers, the owl who runs the museum, and he will assess them for you. He will also help you with bugs, art, and fish as well. I went through the museum last time on my last stream, and it is absolutely amazing. I will probably do it again at least a little bit this time, just to show you guys a bit of what it is. There's a summer shell over there. So every season has a special item involved. Like right here, this is the summer shell because it's summer season. The spring had a special type of bamboo that was coming down. I don't know what it is for fall and winter. Technically, you can find out now if you want because you can do time jumping. You can basically make your Switch think that it's a different time or day. Oh, right here, this is my nursery. So this is where I'm growing the new trees to put in my little orchard over there, essentially. So I'll plant the trees there and grow them, and then move them to my orchard area, because that's where you can they'll be able to grow and replenish the just the fruit. But I fully grow them in my little nursery there. Let's see what my present from the sky is. Woo! 5 grand! What? Just bells falling from the sky. I like it. Oh, the fancy underwater wallpaper. Yeah, so with the with summer, we've got some really cool seasonal recipes that that only show up now. And so you'll notice this guy, I believe, is a blue hyacinth, which is a very cool hybrid to have. Awesome. This is a black rose. So one thing that I did is I put this particular rose by itself. Whenever a plant is on its own of a specific type, if it's not next to any other plant of the same type, then it'll just grow and it'll clone itself. So it'll simply duplicate. It won't make anything different or unique or hybrid. It'll simply just keep cloning itself over and over and over, which is very useful once you get. Everybody is after the blues for a lot of the plants. That's one of the things that a lot of people are after. So you can basically just isolate the blues by themselves and just let them spawn over and over and over. It can take a few days for them to do it, but you can water them and it helps. It makes them spawn. It makes spawning more likely. It doesn't guarantee it, but it's even better if you have people come over and water them for you instead as well. It's pretty cool. Ooh, shell stool. That's fun. 30,000 bells falling from the sky. That's insane. It's amazing, but it's insane. I approve. But yeah, I'm excited to do... What's up, Mira? Thanks! So, you may have noticed that Mira called me Chief. That's because that is my nickname that is commonly used for most of the people. I also gave myself a new nickname from, or to one of the residents, and I'm just sort of waiting for it to spread. So, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will happen. Let me see if I can find my last fossil. There's also something else that I need from my house, too. So also those, the special DIYs, or some of the special DIYs. So if you go over here, the seasonal recipes, and you see you've got the water flooring, and that's the fancy moving floor. It's really, really cool. They got some really neat stuff. Well, if I can just find that other fossil. So I also need a particular type of bug as well. I found a new bug. It was a very long time coming for me to find a new bug. I think it was the Emperor Butterfly. But yeah, so you may notice that I've got a whole bunch of stuff in storage because this is really all my coelacanths. I'm like the coelacanth king over here. So I'm basically waiting for CJ, which is the character who buys this stuff. He buys fish at a higher price than the Nooklings. So I'm waiting for him to show up on my island so that he can buy all of this off of me, because I'll make like crazy amounts of money off of all of it. Because I've got like so much stuff. Your residents call you Burrito? That is amazing. And I am super jealous. I had Bones call me Dr. Bunny. It's a family nickname. Because I eat a lot of kale. But it's awesome and adorable. One thing that I do hope that they add to the game is a feature that allows you to sort inventory. They have one that allows you to sort your storage, but not the inventory that you have like on your person or on your character. And it's kind of aggravating. I really wish that they, you know, add it. No. Buddy, holler if you see the other fossil thing. Vitamin R? That's awesome. That is a quality nickname. Oh, look, here's my little beach bum chill spot down here. You can relax on the hammock. Stupid thing. Dang it. Come on. I need a rest. I'm very tired. With a lot of these objects, you have to be aligned just perfectly in order to get on it. You are able to, I assure you. This makes you seem like a party drunk. I mean, I can't really disagree with that, Rev. For better or worse. That's Naomi. She's a cow. That's Doc House. Doc's house is amazing, you guys. Like, I am legitimately jealous of Doc's house, and I want all of the stuff that he has. I'm just saying, like, if anybody has, like, super awesome, fun, cool, science-y stuff, please let me know so that I can come and get it. Because I need it. Like, Doc has a poster of the periodic table of the elements. I, myself, Danny, personally, in real life have one. But in the game, I do not. And it's so sad. You caught your first shark, Tiny? That's awesome. Go you, Tiny. That is quite an accomplishment. Sharks are not easy to catch. They're really aggravating. Dang it. Am I just crazy and I already have all of the fossils? No, okay. So sometimes that happens where I get so caught up looking for all of my fossils that I don't realize I've already gotten all the fossils. It's happened more than once. I'm not ashamed to say. I am a manly man of manliness who is totally fine with the fact that sometimes I don't realize that I've already gotten all my stuff. I don't really need the toilet that Doc has. No, thanks. I'm good without it. Let's see here. Oh, that's a drone beetle. Shoot. You know, I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be playing later tonight, and I'm like just gonna. Oh, Zucker and Doc are talking. Yeah. Zucker is so nervous. He doesn't know the answers. Birds of a feather eat yummy cheddar. Earn. Go me. Oh, Doc is so cute. I love him. He's so awesome. He's like really the most adorable thing ever. Let's see how Dina's doing. Dina is a duck. Shh, she's sleeping. Must very quietly leave. I'm trying to see if any of my characters are crafting. When you walk into their house and they're at a workbench, then they're crafting something and they'll give you the recipe for it. So it's a nifty little thing that you can do. This is Blue Bear. Blue Bear is super adorable. Yes. Aww. Bye. Blue Bear is so cute, you guys. Like, seriously, this game has no right to be this adorable. It really does not. I don't know why the duck was sleeping standing up. Maybe he just got really tired. Bones is working out! Get him, Bones! Hut! Hut! Bones calls me Dr. Bunny. Bones is so cute. He's the best. He's so adorable. Seriously though, like half of these creatures are my varied spirit animals because I actually ended up getting a lot of well, so one of the things with this game is all of the characters have a personality, and I got a bunch of lazy ones. So the lazy ones are kind of interesting because they always talk about snacks and food and eating and just trying to sleep, and I'm just like, yo, that's me. Orange soda, it is indeed quite the drug. But see, that's what I mean. They call me Dr. Bunny. So cute. This is Blathers. Blathers is pretty cool. So, I actually saved this Emperor Butterfly so that I could donate it on stream so you guys can see. One thing that's interesting about Blathers is that he's an owl, but he's terrified of bugs. And so when you give him a bug, then he always has this reaction. He always calls them wretched. And then he always says some like cringy thing that makes him shiver and shake. Ooh, translucent scales. Scales! A snake of the sky. So I only did it that way because so that you guys could see it. Normally you can just donate stuff like in bulk. So if any of these fossils need to be donated, then I'd be able to donate everything. So yeah, it doesn't work. But yeah, then he just says, "Oh yeah, no need to take them out," and so he doesn't actually give you the little blurb on them, which I honestly kind of sucks. You know, I really wish that he would always give you the blurb, or you'd have the option of getting the blurb somehow, because they really do have some very cool information about the stuff that you get. So like here, common butterfly. You know, like, yeah, it says when you can catch it, what, like the time of year, the time of day, all of that kind of stuff, when you can get it, but it doesn't tell you anything about the thing. And it kind of sucks, because I would love to know more about these things, because they're super cool and I really like them. And I want to be able to come in here at some point and read a little bit about them. Freaking mosquitoes. So the mosquitoes are really annoying, because in the summer, they'll actually come up and bite you. And you have to be really vigilant, because it's like just this little speck that's hovering around next to your face. You gotta catch them. He the one they call Dr. Bunny. He's the one that makes you feel alright. I do have an ample supply of vitamin R, which will make you feel alright. And that's the thing, is I really like being able to hear blathers. It's a nice experience within the game, and it's cool to learn a little bit about some of this stuff. But I really just wish that you had access to it some other way. Now, that said, I do have the Blathers bot on my Discord server. So if I really want to, I can basically go in there and ask for any of the information. So it's not a huge deal, but still. And of course, you can always look up stuff on Wikipedia. So this is Resident Services. This is where you can go and do all sorts of little stuff, like your little shopping and whatnot. Is there something I needed? Oh, right. I remember what I needed to do. I need to check the fencing that I have. So in this game, there's essentially two types of sort of currency that you get. You have bells, which are more like cash, and then you have Nook Miles. So the Nook Miles are kind of the special things that you get just for doing stuff all around the stuff. Yeah, the Blathers bot can get a little bit wonky if somebody is looking at a bunch of stuff or a bunch of new stuff, but I still like it, and it's one of those weird things where it has some very, very useful stuff where it has things like, for example, you can share your turnip prices and your dodo codes. Oh shoot. No! Stupid wasps. I got stung by one. So, incidentally, I didn't... my normal strategy didn't work right for some reason. It might be because I'm using a controller. Normally I don't use a controller when I do this. I'm gonna play this game. Alright, here, we'll do this now. You guys ready for this? Alright. Aw, bugger! No, they got me again! And I collapse! Now I get to go visit Harvey, right? Because we're playing Stardew Valley? No? Okay. So, a lot of the times I can get that to work where I can still manage to catch them before they get me. Part of the thing is that the wasps will essentially build up. So if you don't do basically anything with your trees, like if you don't shake the trees for a while, then you'll start to get more and more wasps all over the place, essentially. So normally I'm in the habit of shaking the trees while I have a net equipped so that I can avoid that issue. Let's see if I can show it real quick. Let's see if I can get some wasps to bug me out here. Hey, money! That's good too. Hey, more money! Woo! Look at me just rolling in the bells, falling out of trees. Oh, that's right. There's the wedding event too. I wanted to do a quick little thing here, though. I'm making like a little spa area real quick. So let's do a couple of things here. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with the wedding event. That's been going on like all of June, if memory serves thus far. Alright, so I need weeds. This is my new work table. Let's do this. Yes, you can do that as well. That is true. If you just stand in front of them. Yeah, because when you stand in front of the tree and do it, then when you get like the shocked face, then you're facing directly at where the wasps are. So it's a little bit easier. I prefer to play the hardcore mode though. That's just me. So one thing that I'm trying to do is I'm collecting fossils from various animals so that I can have them on display outside the museum as well as inside. I think it would be kind of a cool little thing to have. So that's one of the goals I want to do. So right here, I want to put my little spa area. And that's why I wanted to get the statue out, so that I can put it here. I probably should terraform this, so that I can make it a little bit nicer. But that's my basic thing there. I think I got a reward for getting stung by bees a bunch. Yeah. Or the wasps. Teary-eyed crybaby! What? What? I am no teary-eyed crybaby. That is a lie. That is slanderous filth. Actually, I guess it's libelous. But still, it is untrue filth. Hey, look at that. I told you I'd find it. Just randomly. Little devil. Hooray! Fossil. Alright, so let's see if we spot any fins here. We are in shark season. It's summer. Unfortunately, it's not raining, so I can't get some of the really big crazy fish. Because those only pop out while it's raining. That's like the coelacanth does that. So I'm just looking to see if I've got any fins popping out. Hi, Doc. So yeah, that's the Able Sisters. I got this outfit at the Able Sisters earlier today. It's the tailor shop. If you talk to the other tailor, who's basically the seamstress working in the back, if you do it for like a week and a half straight every day, she'll start giving you patterns that you can put on furniture. It's a little fun tidbit for you guys. You had a great white on your first shark. That is insane. That is amazing, Tiny. I'm super jealous. Super jealous. Alright, let's head to Harv's Island. So Harv's Island is kind of a fun little place where we can go. It's a place where it's essentially just a photo studio. You can bring in particular villagers. You can bring in any of the furniture stuff that you have. And right now they're doing a special event for weddings because it's the summer and it's June. So everybody is doing wedding seasons. At least here in the U.S., it's big for wedding seasons. I don't know if it's big across the world. But I really like my island. I hope that you guys appreciate my island, because it's fun. I have a 4-star rating on my island. It's pretty cool. I think it's awesome. But yeah, I got Doc and Leopold through some amiibos, which was very exciting. I was able to track them down. Because if you can't do that, it's virtually impossible to get anybody that you want. It's absolutely brutal to do. Alright. So we're doing anniversary photos, so the idea is that every time you come in here, they give you sort of an idea of what they're looking for. So I'm not personally too enchanted by this stuff, but you can get it if you want. Alright, so now we get to decorate. Let's see what we got. Ready table. Definitely need 4 of those. We need the party wall. Let's see here. We'll stick with the cute. Alright. So now all we need to do is just arrange this in such a way that it looks at least reasonably acceptable. How can we do this? Can move everything back a spot, and then we'll be able to do it. There we go. It's a little cramped, but it'll work. Need same thing other side. Remember kids, symmetry is the key to life. Oh symmetry, ha-do-do-do-do, symmetry. Your symmetry is symmetry, and symmetry is symmetry. Oh symmetry, oh symmetry. Oh symmetry, oh symmetry. You just place a whole bunch of chairs to take the picture. See, I try to make things look good because these people are paying me in weird little heart crystal things. So I'm just saying. That'll be perfect. Just look at that, sweetie. It's just gorgeous. Just get a look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everyone's gonna love it. It's just beautiful. Y'all just jealous of my amazing decorating skills. Just look at how gorgeous it is, sweeties. Look at how gorgeous this thing is. We're so ready for this. It's just gorgeous. I'm in the way. Can't I get rid of myself? I can. There we go. Really? A wedding table? But see, this is why I haven't done this particular little, like, mini-game thing. Because, yeah, you get some stuff for it, but it's just not super exciting for me personally. I just honestly don't care that much about it. So I'm just like, whatevs. Sorry, I got a message from my boss. Things are going super crazy at my job. It's ridiculous, you guys. Oh, speaking of, I hope that you guys have some cool stuff going on for the week. That you'll have some good times of various sorts. You're welcome, Rev. I'm glad to have taken care of that particular thing for you. Yeah, apparently the stuff that you can do with the wedding shoot, it changes over time. So it's like different things and different furniture, different ideas, different concepts, all that stuff. So I guess I kind of like the fundamental idea, but it's like, oh, here's a bunch of wedding themed stuff, and I'm just sort of like. Yes, a left megalo side. I was going to say that it quite obviously is such. I assume that's referring to Megalodon. Let's take a look. Holy for holies. So yeah, this is essentially what I want to have for this little area. Is I want to have like a full fossil. Probably I'll extend this out so that I can have a fossil or two, basically sitting outside the museum. I also left those stumps there so that I can have certain bugs show up. Because there are certain types of bugs that only appear on stumps. So you essentially have to not cut them down. Or you have to not dig them out. So I need some I don't have any built. So I need to build some first. I don't remember what I need for it. So there's a particular type of fencing that I want to use for the for my little spa area that I've got. I don't remember what it requires, so I'm just basically grabbing everything. And for the fencing, every time you do the recipe, it gives you 10 units of the fence. So I'm just going to go through and do probably 50. Just so that I can have a decent amount of it on hand. I think that'll have me run out of wood anyway, so it'll be perfect. Oops. Go away. Alright. Hi, 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 hi. Frito bandito. I love Fritos corn chips. I love them, I do. Move my giant statue a bit. Dig up these flowers. Okay. And now we shall create a stunning vista of a spa. Dang it! No, not nearly. That statue is way too big to represent my ego. I'm sorry to disappoint, but it just does not make sense. Dang it! Stupid giant head. No! Sometimes figuring out exactly where things are oriented relative to one another can be very frustrating in this game. So like you're standing on essentially squares, and it can be really annoying trying to figure out exactly how the squares are able to interact with one another, essentially. So here, let me do this. And then we can put big head right here. Kabunk. Yes, looking out upon the horizon, the Maori head sits in silent contemplation. Just like Danny does. I often like to sit in silent contemplation. So one of the reasons that I'm doing all of this stuff is because the game has a rating system for your island, so that you can see how good or bad it is. And right now I'm at 4 stars, so I'm trying to get to 5 stars, because when you get there, then you get access to, I believe it's the golden watering can, if memory serves. And so you can get golden versions of all of the different tools that break far less frequently. And they also have some specific effects that they do as well. At least I know the gold watering can does. I don't know about the other ones for certain. What was I going to do? Oh, right. I remember. So on one side of my island, I've got the, what's it called, my massive lighthouse placed. And so what I'm going to do is on the other side, I'm going to place my windmill. Because I like windmills. Look at my mail. I'll check my mail in a little bit. I won't do it right now, though. I just want to finish up a couple of things. I'm just about ready to head out as well. Ding. There we go. Aw, Doc, are you having a snack? That looks like a sandwich. I agree, it does. I don't know what cloud he's referring to, nor do I even know if I can see said cloud, but I agree it looks like a sandwich. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to check what my island evaluation says right now, because it might be different, it's probably not, but let's see. Still 4. That's good. I'll still take it. Alright. So one of the things it's annoying but also not about this game is that they're really vague about some of the stuff you can do to improve your island rating. So you saw she was like, you know, collect things and make stuff. So it's like, okay, I have to use DIY recipes to do things, but yesterday she had said you need more fencing, and so I made more fencing. And I placed it. So it can be a little bit aggravating. So, what did Tiny... I'm not wired! I haven't had any coffee or caffeine of any sort. But thank you for the gift. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Aw, roses! I was going to wear it. Haha! Now I am fancy. Incidentally, one thing that I'm going to do is once I get the golden watering can, it allows you to get gold roses. So I want to get a gold rose so I can have an outfit kind of like this. But I'm working on getting all of the stuff together that I need to cosplay a king. All I really need is the crown. I've got the funny shoes, I've got the fancy shirt and the fancy foofy pants. But I really need a crown. So, incidentally, if anybody has a crown available on their island, please let me know. They're super expensive. They're like 1,000,000 bells, I think it is. So, it's not cheap. But, how else am I going to complete my cosplay? Oh, man. See, look at that silhouette. It's huge. But it's probably just a stupid bass. See, and this is what's annoying, is that bass have these ginormous silhouettes. But it's just sort of like, whatevs. So, sea bass only sell for like 400 bells, which is a very small amount in this game. So, like, that's a hermit crab. Hermit crabs sell for 1,000. And it's a stupid little hermit crab. Although it is super adorable, I will admit. But still, you know, you got this big giant fishy silhouette and it sells for 400. But no, you can have this little hermit crab sell for 1,000 just wandering around. Whatevs. No biggie. It's like... Alright, I've actually got to get going here in just a little... Oh, look, he's going! Catching the bugs! He's so cute. Oh, it's so great. See, look, I have run into 3,000 bells worth of hermit crabs while I've been trying to find decent fish to catch. Like, come on. So this is my pond, or one of my ponds. I have 2 ponds. Ponds will allow you to catch different fish from rivers and the ocean. So you can get like catfish and krill and frogs, tadpoles, stuff like that in the ponds. And you can't get that in the rivers. Also, hi, Tiny. Baby shark. Do 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 do. Baby shark. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm going to do like one more lap around to see if I can find a finned silhouette. I said hi, Tiny. Hi. And if I don't find one, then I'll just sign off. I mean, regardless of if I find one or not, I'm going to sign off in just a little bit here because I've got to do some work and I've got to eat. Super hungry. I am Dr. Bunny, after all. Oh, whoa, 3 grand. Wait, no, 4 grand. From hermit crabs. But no, stupid giant silhouette fish. It's all stupid bass. Here, I'll show you. I'll prove it. Oh, okay. Flounder. So the flounder is worth like, I want to say it's 600, something like that. It is an adorable looking derpy fish, though. So I'm not mad about it. Is that a fin on that guy? It is. Oh, son of a bisquick. Oh, I was too anxious. You guys. I did it too soon. I thought for sure that I was going to pull it down. Ugh. So the problem with getting a lot of the really good stuff is that they bite and release in less than half a second. So you really have to have a good reflex in order to get it. So a lot of times it just makes me antsy, and I tend to be too, not liberal, but too, I guess, ahead of myself when I try to catch him. And it's unfortunate. You knew it was going to be a flounder? Yeah? So it's interesting because I can always tell based off of the vibration in the controller. The thing is that I've got this controller, so this is a cheaper version of the Pro Controller. It's still an official one and all that kind of thing, but it doesn't vibrate. It's not a vibrating controller. But if I'm playing like on my system off the dock, then I can feel in the vibration what the fish is going to be because it's very distinct. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. That was a man-faced stink bug. Aw, Dina's sitting under the coconut tree. Oh, dang it. See, it's great to see all these giant silhouettes. I wouldn't be so picky about it if it were raining, because that same size silhouette is how you get the coelacanths, and those are worth like 15 grand or something. It's insane. These guys are worth a lot. Nope, not a hermit crab. Okay, so I lied earlier when I said I would do one more lap. Now for reals, I'm going to do one more lap because I had the fin thing and I missed it because I was too antsy and I pulled the trigger too soon on reeling in trying to catch the fishy. Right, so we're going to try again. One thing that is at least a little bit helpful to do is to chase off any of the silhouettes you see because it causes, when you despawn either the bugs or the fish, it forces other ones to spawn elsewhere. So that's why you see me chasing off the ones that I don't care about. It's so that I can force the game to get other ones that I might care about. Like that one. I mean, Sawtooth is still super cool. Or a saw shark. It's still awesome. It's no great white, but I'll be very happy to take it. I don't know how much it is offhand, but it's a shark. So, huzzah. And look! There's another 1,000 bells wandering off, skittering away into nothingness. Here, watch this. You ready? Ready? We're just going to watch it vanish. Premature realization. Ah! That's funny! Go away, fish. Speaking of funny, I finally watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2, and I honestly don't know why it took me so long. They have been on my list of stuff to watch ever since they came out, and I finally got around to it, and it was amazing. They are so hilarious. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, they're stupid and make absolutely less than 0 sense scientifically, but they are amazingly hilarious and awesome movies. You just have to have a very complete and decisive suspension of disbelief when it comes to scientific concepts. Such as you can take water and somehow make something made out of carbon from it. Apparently that's a thing that happens. I personally was not aware of it, but if... Hey, look, there's another 1,000. But if there is, you know... Oh, present. I keep saying I'm going to log off, but then I keep doing other stuff. So, okay, for reals, I'm going to get this present, and then I'm done. Because I need to go do stuff. I'm very busy. I'm a very busy person with very busy, important things to do. Floor light. Yay. Oh, cool! Bluish, purplish. Nice. Alright. So, I'm going to head out now. You guys all take care of yourselves. Have fun. I do apologize about the stream issues. Again, it's the OBS is still telling me that I'm dropping like half the frames, literally. I'm dropping 53% of the frames, so I have no idea what the issue is. Maybe I'll look into getting faster internet if it's super cheap or something. I don't know, but for whatever reason, it's just not cooperating. But you guys all take care of yourselves. Have fun. Have a good week. Be safe for anybody who is going out and about and doing stuff. Make sure that you follow whatever sensible precautions ought be followed so that you can keep yourself and your loved ones safe through the pandemic and whatnots. But other than that, I will hopefully see you guys on Saturday. I will be back with the with Jedi Fallen Order, and at least for the time being, I'll probably keep playing Animal Crossing on Mondays. Mostly because I'm hoping to get some cool hybrid stuff that I'll be able to show off later on, as well as doing some of the. Oh, look, Mira's fishing. She's so cute. So cute. Oh, it's so adorable. I'm sorry, it's just way too cute. But okay, with that, thank you so much. Bye.